Hello, can you guys hear me? Hello, 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 can you guys hear me? Hello, hello, can you guys hear me? Hello, Hel- hello, can you guys hear me? Hello, one, two. Hello, okay, okay. See. Hello, one, two. So, today we're going to be discussing um creating plugins with Figma, and what I want to do is I'll somewhat say a bit straightforward. Yeah, I'll somewhat say it's a bit straightforward, and the idea is that today we're going to be discussing creative plugins for Pygmy, and what I want to do is I'll say a bit straightforward. Yeah, so I'll say it's a bit straightforward. The idea is that okay, so it's working now. So it's a bit straightforward. We're going to be learning Figma plugins. Okay, so now we're going to be doing Figma plugin, and it came from the problem of me having to create styles. And so now that I use AI a lot to like create my styles, so I can design very quickly, I usually just refer back to AI to just work that out. So I'll just start from the place I usually start from, so that you can see like my whole process and my thinking and thought process all through the way. Okay. Mm, all right. So start with ChatGPT, and all I just want to do here is, okay, let me switch to a different account. Okay. So then we have the whisper. So I have a software that I used for like dictation, so I can be fast. So I'm going to just tell you like the kind of problems I have and what I'm looking to solve basically. So I want to build a Figma plugin that allows me to import JSON files, and these JSON files now is going to be converted directly to styles. And so I want you to like do a web search on the necessary items that need to be in place. So check Figma documentation, try to understand how it works correctly, check what it takes to set up Figma. So come up with the entire process and then give me a very defined and well detailed prompt that I can give a coding agent to help me build my Figma plugin. Please note that I'm going to be using a Figma template plugin to start up, so that you can inform the agent, the coding agent, to be able to build this plugin easily. Okay, and as well, you would also need to inform me to create a sample, such that an example sample in the UI, just like a sample, so that anytime somebody else wants to use it, they will know exactly the sample they can give AI, and that sample can be used to generate as much styles as possible. So you need to look through everything, study how all the styles are supposed to be created, and make sure everything is in place. So we have drop shadow, different kind of effects, color styles, and so on and so forth. Okay, so make sure you don't miss a bit. Thank you. So why I like using GPT is because like it's very good with when it comes to thinking. So if I wanted it to take a longer time, I've done extended. So I'm using standard. Okay, so let's go back to it, and then we should have something already. So he said awesome project. I did a focus sweep on Figma plugin API, setup docs, and so on and so forth, right? And it said what you need to know from Figma docs is this map to fill strokes, whatever that is, and then the effect map to, and so on and so forth. And already it talks about like this is the end-to-end build process. Okay, so first thing first is you need to um look through the end process, then you need to decide on the scope and all of this. Okay, and then it's giving like an example of the JSON schema. So these are a JSON item looks. So it's actually from, for those that are new to like JSON via web coder, the idea around it is that instead of having to, different programming languages have different files that they work with, and different applications have different files that they work with. So people came together and they were like, you know what, let's just try and create a platform where we can easily share files with one another, right? And that's what came about JSON object. And in our case now, LLM has actually been very helpful when it comes to handling JSON object, and that is why um it's easy for you to like tell an LLM to a large language model or LLM to create these styles for you, and then all you just need to do now is just import it directly into Figma so that it can even be more faster like when you're trying to set up the files. So some of you might probably be wondering why I am creating this live stream right now. It's simply because I noticed somebody was like, they were trying to post something on Twitter, on X, as a badge of honor that, oh, I still do design systems manually. And I'm like, you can create styles, Figma variables with just JSON files, and like very easy to do, like literally very easy to do, right? So, and that's what I'm trying to show you here. But for the purpose of this live stream, maybe another live stream, I'm going to show you I'm doing that with variables. I have that already in a project I've worked on. So I just want to add those styles in. So now I have all of these sets and with all of these examples, okay, and then you have this implementation node and so on and so forth, okay, and then you can see went on to like say this is now the prompt I was looking for, right? So you can see these are all the starter templates and so on and so forth. So being very detailed in your um being very detailed in your prompt, right, will make things a lot more easier for you. Okay, so and that's that about that. So what I can do is I can simply copy this now all the way, and then now I'm going to go into Figma straight away. Okay, and wait, once you get to Figma like this, now what you want to do now is you want to open a new project. So let's just go to this place, and then if I go over to my account, my profile, community, mm, just a moment. Can't seem to find my profile here. Okay, I haven't created a, okay, this is a new Figma account, so I think that should be created now. Yeah, so now I have resources saved and this. So let me switch over to my personal account. Okay, one moment. Yeah, so I'm going to go over to my community and do, and then here you can see I have a plugin and a couple of other stuff I've worked on in time past. All right, so now again, if now that you have this, what you just need to do is you can create like a new project, or you can start afresh. So the easiest way to find the resource to like creating plugin is you just go into that Figma's documentation website. Okay, you can always also like copy this documentation. So I'm just going to go to Figma developer docs, and inside this Figma developer docs, now what I'm going to look for here is um what's it now, um plugins. All right, so plugins for documentation. Let me see. No, wrong, wrong. Okay, so plugins and plugins, how to run plugins, right? So yeah, you can see like different explanation on how to run a plugin um in your in Figma basically. So if I come over to introduction, you have it shows you like plugin access and how to get started. So if you go over to quick start guide, plugin quick start guide, so it's telling you here now that, so you just need to come to quick start guide, and here now you have the quick way to doing it. So first two things you need to do when you're trying to create a plugin is, one, make sure you have a Figma desktop app, and two, make sure you have Visual Studio Code. In my case, I'm using Cursor, and I'm going to be using Cursor AI to make that work. So I'll be showing that very shortly. So we said what you can really do is you want to go from the menu to and navigate to plugins, and then from plugins you want to open up this development file. Okay, so let's do that. So if I come over all the way to the menu, I don't see any plugins here. So let's go back home. Let's see. So it said the first thing you need to do is you need to create a new design file. All right. So let's just create a new design file quickly. Okay, so now that we're in our new design file, what you can go over to is menu, see plugins all the way here, and then this time around you want to go into development and you want to create a new um plugin. Okay, and you can see here now you can either select multi-product or just single Figma design. So in my case, it's not multi-product, it's just Figma design. So I'm going to call it um JSON to styles, or JSON to Figma styles. Okay, import or importer. All right, or you know what, let me just give you the correct name. Import JSON to Figma styles. All right, so, or let's just do if import to Figma styles. Yeah, we're good. So I'm going to select Figma design, click on next, and then now it's going to ask me, do you want a custom UI? So in our case, we are going to be using a custom UI. So you can do this. So build a plugin with its own custom UI, because like we need a place where users can either select to upload or drag and drop that JSON file. Okay, or even either also copy and paste the JSON file, whichever one that they are looking for. Okay, so quickly let's go back to Google AI Studio. I use Google AI Studio because like it's very fast with generating UIs. Okay, so I'm going to go to Google AI Studio, and the idea is that I just want to like visualize how it's going to look like. Okay, so first once you're in Google AI Studio, you want to switch to chat, and then make sure that you are on Gemini Flash latest, because it is extremely fast. Like it's fastest model I've seen. After this is Cheetah, and it right now at that time of streaming is still I'll call it a stealth model, because that's what's being referred to. So like we don't really know the company that owns it. So many of these companies do this just to test their AI model before releasing it for launch. Okay, so I'm going to click on that, and then again I'm just going to use Whisper to say my prompt here. Okay, so I'm trying to build a Figma plugin that takes in a JSON file. So I'm trying to just visualize it. I need to deliver this in a single HTML file. Okay, so the idea is that users are going to either upload or drag and drop, or even just copy and paste this design, this JSON file, and then they can click OK or continue or generate. So once they've done this, it should automatically display. So I just want to see those interactions. So it's a Figma plugin, so it has to match Figma styles, both dark mode, light mode, that sort of thing. Okay, So once it's done typing, I'm going to hit send and wait for it. So another good thing about this is that you can literally just click on display preview to visualize what it's trying to do. Okay, so right now it's still blank because it's still loading. You can see the timer here still going up and up. Okay, so once it's done with that, it's going to give you everything. So let me stop this again and rerun it. Okay, so let me just try and copy to keyboard and try. Okay, it was still loading. So you can see, so now I can copy and paste data, I can upload, and yeah. So out of the box already, I can say that this will be confusing for users. So it's better to like place things like this in a tab, because they'll be confused, like should I add it here or here or here? Okay, so now I want you to act as a visual interface designer. This is going to be confusing for users, so it's better to have it in tabs so that they can easily tell the difference. Okay, so that they are not being confused about, oh, okay, do they have to like copy and paste the JSON file and still have to upload it again? Doesn't make any sense. So let's break that up for them. All right. So again, just deliver the HTML UI. That's all in one single file. So Google Studio, sometimes right now they're currently testing their Gemini 3.0. So one of these two models is actually Gemini 3.0 that is loading up, and the other one is this Gemini Flash latest. So I can't really tell the difference, but once I preview it, I'll be able to tell which one is Gemini 3.0 and which one is the other one. So let's preview this and let's preview this and let's see. Okay, so it's still loading up. Um, it's not supposed to take this long, so thought I closed a couple of things. Browser. Okay. So I'm still waiting for it to load. So right now it's actually my computer that's frozen. So let me see. Yeah, my browser's frozen. Just a moment.